someone compliments my outfit, I tell them two things: how much it costs, and that I thrifted it. In fact, everything you see here is thrifted, including the rack behind me.
They say no price is too high when it comes to the perfect wedding gown. But what if the price tag could buy an entire private island? In the world of luxury fashion, one dress stands above all others, a glittering masterpiece so rare and extraordinary that it remains unmatched to this day. Today, we'll take you into a world where luxury knows no limits. Among 12 of the most breathtaking and expensive gowns ever made, one still reigns supreme. Get ready to discover why this iconic creation remains untouchable. 12. Kim Kardashian's wedding dress, $500,000. When Kim Kardashian married Kanye West in 2014, their wedding in Florence, Italy, was one of the most talked-about events of the decade, and Kim's dress was at the heart of it. Designed by Riccardo Tisci for Givenchy, the custom-made gown carried a staggering price tag of $500,000. It featured long sleeves, intricate lace detailing, and sheer paneling that highlighted Kim's figure in a dramatic mermaid silhouette. The open back added a daring modern twist, while delicate pearl embellishments around the neckline shimmered under the Italian sun. One of the standout elements of Kim's bridal look was her cathedral-length veil, an ethereal accessory that almost didn't make it down the aisle. The veil was so heavy that Kim later revealed on Keeping Up with the Kardashians that she feared she might trip during her entrance. However, when the moment came, the veil floated gracefully behind her, completing a picture-perfect, angelic look that wowed guests and millions of fans around the world. It was a high-style, multi-countryside wedding. First, guests attended the rehearsal dinner along the Palace of Versailles in Paris, and then they were sent privately to Forte di Belvedere in Florence for the main event. Surrounded by magnificent panoramic views and a wealth of cultural significance, it beautifully complemented Kim's opulent gown. From the 6-foot-tall cake to the live string performances by John Legend and Andrea Bocelli, every aspect of the wedding was meant to showcase the couple's love for luxury and experiences. The Givenchy gown worn by Kim is indeed one of the most iconic celebrity wedding dresses, symbolizing everything from a fashion-forward style to a penchant for grand, headline-making moments. It will easily be remembered with the fairy tale setting and a guest list consisting of the most star-studded celebrities, making the whole occasion one of the memorable highlights in celebrity weddings unearthed by modern pop culture. Today, Kim's wedding look is still inspiring thousands of brides in pursuit of elegance with a modern, glamorous twist. But just when you thought no wedding could outshine Kim's extravagant day, another fashion icon raised the bar with a breathtaking twist on couture and storytelling. 11. Chiara Faranis Dior wedding dresses, $420,000. When Italian fashion blogger and influencer Chiara Ferragni married singer Fedez in 2018, she captured the world's attention not just with her extravagant wedding, but also with her breathtaking Dior haute couture gowns. Together, the two dresses cost an astounding $420,000, reflecting a perfect blend of modern chic and timeless romance. Set against the stunning backdrop of the 19th-century palazzo in Noto, Sicily, her first dress was a dreamy white A-line gown with a fitted bodice and a voluminous skirt that epitomized elegance and grandeur. For the reception, Chiara switched into a second Dior creation that truly stole the spotlight. This gown was a delicate tulle masterpiece embroidered with meaningful personal touches. Special phrases, the couple's wedding date, lyrics from Fedez's song written for Chiara, and their initials were all carefully stitched into the fabric, transforming the dress into a deeply sentimental, wearable love letter. The level of personalization and craftsmanship made the gown not just a fashion statement, but a piece of art representing their unique love story. The wedding event of Kiara is itself palatial, as is her wardrobe. Guests were flown on a private Alitalia charter aircraft, rented especially for the celebration. It was converted into an amusement park, complete with a Ferris wheel and carousel, for the party and fireworks lit up the Sicilian night. Each detail in the wedding was designed to show joy, excess, and personal importance, thus giving a new mark of celebrity weddings. The dresses from Dior not only signified opulence, but also captured Kiara Faranis' characteristic: modern, meaningful, and unforgettable. From her grand ceremony down to the enchanted amusement park reception, all her gowns came forward as the centerpiece of a wedding that evokes the fairy tale fantasy with heartfelt intimacy. Kiara's wedding has not only assured her place in the fashion collection, but it has also changed the norms of personalizing couture at the highest level. 10. Kate Middleton's wedding dress, $434,000. On April 29, 2011, Kate Middleton stepped out at Westminster Abbey wearing a wedding dress that instantly became iconic. Designed by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen, the gown reportedly cost $434,000 and perfectly blended timeless elegance with royal tradition. As millions around the world watched, the dress set a new standard for modern royal bridal fashion, capturing hearts with its refined design and symbolic details. The gown featured handmade lace stitched with intricate floral motifs representing the four nations of the United Kingdom: roses for England, thistles for Scotland, daffodils for Wales, and shamrocks for Ireland. Every detail was meticulously handcrafted by artisans at London's Royal School of Needlework. The dress also incorporated a fitted bodice padded at the hips, a nod to Victorian corsetry, which created a graceful hourglass silhouette flowing into an elegant full skirt with an 8-foot-long train. Dramatic enough for a royal procession, but still manageable for Kate to move gracefully. Kate's accessories complemented the meaning and tradition of her bridal look. The ivory silk tulle veil was held with the Cartier halo tiara, lent to her by Queen Elizabeth II. Besides that, it made wonderful jewelry. It also did carry connotations of history and continuity in the royal family. To the tiara, Kate complemented by wearing Robinson Pelham diamond earrings, a gift from her parents as a wedding present, highlighting her regal appearance with the touch of personal and sentimental. Kate Middleton's wedding was an event in which the pomp of royalty coalesced into itself global interest, and it pulled as many as over 2 billion eyes, a number that continues to amaze in the future. For all of that, however, though, the greatest impression was finally made by the gown itself, with its blend of ancient craft, personal meanings, and just parental modern grace. More than a decade after, it still inspires brides worldwide, standing as a reference to show how tradition and modernity can be synthesized into a perfect masterpiece. 9. Salma Hayek's wedding dress, $434,000. When actress Salma Hayek married French billionaire François-Henri Pinault in 2009, she chose a wedding gown that was every bit as sophisticated and luxurious as the celebration itself. Designed by Nicolas Ghesquière for Balenciaga, the gown came with a staggering price tag of $434,000. The dress featured a deep V-neck bodice that flowed seamlessly into a full ethereal skirt, crafted from off-white silk that gave Salma a radiant, almost otherworldly glow on her big day. The craftsmanship of the gown was a true testament to Ghesquière's design brilliance. Every stitch, fold, and embellishment was meticulously placed to highlight Salma's natural beauty and poise. The gown's intricate detailing maintained a perfect balance between classic romance and modern couture, making it one of the most celebrated celebrity wedding looks. The elegant simplicity of the dress allowed Salma's vibrant personality and natural elegance to shine through, creating a timeless bridal look that was both understated and unforgettable. Salma and Francois kicked off a grand celebration of their wedding today event with a lavish masquerade ball at the Palazzo Grassi in Venice, where guests came wearing gold and black masks, which brought an extra touch of drama to the event. The wedding ceremony itself took place at La Fenice Opera House, that is, one of the oldest and most beautiful theaters in Europe, hence resulting in a mighty, majestically rich ambiance for a couple especially tailored to match with their high lifestyle. Imagine a guest list bejeweled with brilliant stars like Penelope Cruz, Charlize Theron, and Bono. These, and many others, graced Salma Hayek's wedding day, one extraordinary spectacle of glamour, romantically binding the people into one. The moment was sealed for posterity by that $434,000 Balenciaga dress worn by the bride herself while making the richest, most enchanting, and equally star-spangled sides of the event in world fashion and celebrity today. 8. Victoria Swarovski's wedding dress, $1 million. When Victoria Swarovski, heiress to the Swarovski crystal empire and a singer in her own right, married entrepreneur Werner Merz in 2017, she did so wearing a wedding gown as dazzling as her family name. Designed by Michael Cinco, the gown was valued at over $1 million, making it one of the most expensive wedding dresses ever created. The show-stopping gown was adorned with a staggering 500,000 Swarovski crystals, giving it a mesmerizing sparkle from every angle. But this breathtaking beauty came with weight. The dress reportedly weighed an incredible 100 pounds. The dress itself was a true fairy tale creation. Made with intricate lace, layers of tulle, and crystal embellishments, it featured a 26-foot-long veil edged with delicate lace that added to the gown's regal grandeur. As Victoria walked down the aisle at the Cathedral of San Giusto in Trieste, Italy, the glistening crystals and sweeping veil turned her into a vision straight out of a dream. Every movement caught the light, creating an unforgettable spectacle for the guests and setting a new benchmark for luxury bridal fashion. It began with a welcome party in red for the three-day celebration. First, the guests arrived at the Felicia Resort and Spa and were seated to enjoy an elegantly prepared dinner for the first day. The main ceremony was an extravagant, emotional affair, while the reception at Maxi's restaurant Portopiccolo was characterized by lush floral theme decor, heart-shaped installations made of baby's breath, and delicate table centerpieces that all created an enchanting ambiance. Victoria Swarovski's $1 million wedding dress was a statement of the utmost luxury, craftsmanship, and family tradition. A dress reflecting the grandeur of the Swarovski legacy and witnessing a lavish weekend of partying and heartfelt celebrations captures the heart of anybody dreaming of having a royal wedding. Even though years have passed since her splendor came into view, there is no denying that it remains one of the most iconic and discussed bridal moments in contemporary history. 7. The Danasha luxury gown, $1.5 million. Unveiled at the Miami International Fashion Week in 2010, the Danasha luxury gown by Jad Gandour made headlines for redefining bridal extravagance with elegance. Priced at $1.5 million, the gown was created with a clear vision to combine the world's most luxurious materials, gold and diamonds, with impeccable artistry, without crossing into overly flashy or gaudy territory. The result was a masterpiece that exuded both opulence and refined sophistication, instantly capturing the imagination of the fashion world. The gown's design was sleek and sophisticated, avoiding the heavy, over-the-top embellishments that often accompany ultra-expensive dresses. Every inch of the Danasha luxury gown was carefully crafted to reflect understated beauty while still making a bold statement. The luxurious elements were seamlessly integrated into the design, ensuring that the wearer would look elegant and regal without being overwhelmed by the materials. It was the ultimate example of how subtlety and grandeur can coexist in high fashion. Celebrated not just for wealth on display, the Danasha luxury gown was known for its strong lines, intricate detailing, and superior craftsmanship that went into its creation. The gown explained just how real luxury resided not in the worth when it comes to one's material possessions, but in the artistry with which they were worked. Design proved that a wedding gown can contain within its folds a great monetary value and yet still remain timeless and wearable beauty, beyond dreaming for such immortal moments without the weight of excess. Even decades later, during which it made its entrance into the arena, one outshines others in enumeration among the most royal examples of bridal couture dulled. Most of all, it has the $1.5 million price tag that stands legendary. It is the way the gown has fused together precious materials with subtle, breathtaking elegance. For the brides dreaming of a dress that would resemble history yet glamour, there lies the Danasha luxury gown, a perfect icon for how extraordinary fashion can be. As breathtaking as modern luxury can be, the next gown proved that true magnificence sometimes comes wrapped in history, tradition, and a nation's hopes. 6. Queen Elizabeth II's wedding dress, $1.6 million. When Queen Elizabeth II married Prince Philip in 1947, her wedding dress became a symbol of hope, renewal, and tradition for a country emerging from the devastation of World War II. Designed by Norman Hartnell, the gown originally cost $42,000, a fortune at the time, and would be valued at about $1.6 million today. Despite the challenging post-war economy, Elizabeth famously paid for the dress using ration coupons, underscoring the spirit of resilience and modesty that defined the era. The Ivory Duchess satin gown was a masterpiece of craftsmanship and artistry. It featured long sleeves, a fitted bodice, and a full skirt that exuded regal grace. The dress was elaborately embroidered with floral motifs inspired by Botticelli's painting Primavera, symbolizing fertility and rebirth. The intricate embroidery was enriched with 10,000 seed pearls and delicate crystals, which added just the right amount of shimmer without overwhelming the dress's classic silhouette. History was also made by the fringe tiara of Queen Mary, with which Elizabeth attached her veil. A dramatic twist came when, just hours before the ceremony, the tiara snapped, and royal jewelers rushed to repair it in time for her to walk down the aisle. The wedding was at Westminster Abbey, attended by dignitaries far from monarchies and exclusively attended by a public ready for a few moments of happiness and joy. The grandeur of the setting and Elizabeth's gown created an atmosphere of wedding extravagance that felt both intimately personal and nationally symbolic. Queen Elizabeth II's wedding dress will forever be considered one of the most iconic and venerated bridal looks in royal history. Aside from its craftsmanship and beauty, the dress became a messenger of sorts for an important moment in Britain and the world. Great luxury mingled with duty and tradition on a major scale. To this day, it remains a timeless icon of elegance, resilience, and consummate love. 5. Priyanka Chopra's Ralph Lauren gown, $2 million. When Priyanka Chopra married Nick Jonas in December 2018, their wedding was a spectacular blend of cultures, traditions, and breathtaking fashion. Among the many show-stopping outfits Priyanka wore during the multi-day celebration, it was her custom Ralph Lauren wedding gown that truly stole the spotlight. Valued at an astounding $2 million, the dress was a monumental achievement in couture design and craftsmanship. The gown featured a timeless A-line silhouette with long sleeves, a detail that added both classic elegance and a sense of regal sophistication. Every element of the dress was hand-stitched with remarkable precision, setting a new standard for celebrity bridal fashion. The details of Priyanka's Ralph Lauren gown made it especially unique and deeply personal. The gown was adorned with countless Swarovski crystals, which shimmered beautifully under the lights, giving the bride an ethereal glow. However, what truly set the dress apart was the intricate hand beading, which included secret, meaningful phrases stitched into the design, such as her parents' names, the couple's wedding date, and the words hope and compassion. These intimate touches turned the already spectacular dress into a profoundly personal and symbolic piece, blending luxury with heartfelt sentiment in a way rarely seen in bridal fashion. It wasn't just about dazzling guests, it was about telling Priyanka and Nick's story through fabric and craftsmanship. At the time when Priyanka walked down the aisle, one of the most unforgettable features of the gown was the engagement it had from an exterior point of view, since it had a length of 75 feet and was being paraded throughout the momentous transfer. The veil stretched behind her like a river of dreams, adding to the drama and feeling of awe to an already lavish ceremony held at the Taj Umaid Bhawan Palace in Jodhpur, India. This Ralph Lauren monstrosity was just one in a series of unimaginable wedding festivities that included traditional Indian pre-wedding rituals like the Haldi and Sangeet ceremonies. By booking a palace entirely for their guests in themselves and celebrating for days together, Priyanka and Nick have converted their wedding into not just a ceremony, but a memory of a lifetime. Priyanka Chopra's Ralph Lauren gown might be one of the most memorable bridal gowns ever made for a bride, and one of the most luxurious in modern history. Classic styling, artisan craftsmanship, and deeply personal details blended together to reflect grandeur and intimacy on her wedding day. The gown symbolized the merging of the two worlds, East and West, tradition and contemporary, glamour and deeply heartfelt. More than a fabulous dress, it actually was woven into the love story, eternally etching Priyanka's wedding look in the minds of all as one of the defining moments in celebdom and bridal couture. 4. Serena Williams' gown, $3.5 million. When Serena Williams married Reddit co-founder Alexis Ohanian in November 2017, she did so in true fairy tale fashion, wearing a jaw-dropping $3.5 million gown designed by Sarah Burton for Alexander McQueen. The wedding took place at the Contemporary Arts Center in New Orleans and was themed after Beauty and the Beast, setting a magical, storybook tone for the day. Serena's dress was a showstopper, a regal strapless ball gown with a dramatic sweetheart neckline paired with a cascading cape that flowed around her like something out of a dream. The design perfectly captured Serena's powerful yet romantic style, transforming her into a real-life princess for one of the most memorable weddings in recent celebrity history. The craftsmanship behind the gown was nothing short of extraordinary. Sarah Burton, already famous for her work with royal figures, infused the dress with both majesty and modernity. The voluminous skirt and the luxurious layers of fabric gave Serena an air of classic bridal elegance, while the dramatic cape added a bold, almost superhero-like quality that was uniquely fitting for the tennis champion. To complete the look, Serena was adorned with millions of dollars worth of jewelry, making her literally shine with every step. Her gown and accessories together made a clear statement. Serena was not just celebrating her love, but her incredible journey as a woman of strength, success, and grace. The wedding was a grand celebration of glamour, emotion, and personal taste. Guests included major celebrities such as Beyoncé, Kim Kardashian, and Anna Wintour, all entering the transformed venue with lame-covered tables, gold arches of flowers, and chandeliers inside gold bird cages, all perfect touches to lend an air of a French ball. Beyond placid I do's in a deeply emotional ceremony where Alexis called Serena his queen, the reception turned into a lively, unforgettable party. With the finest sense of style, Serena changed into a feathered Versace gown for the second half of the evening worth mentioning. Curious food stations serving varieties from around the globe put a playful denotation. Trophy-style place cards provided a personal touch to this extravagantly glorious event. Serena Williams' $3.5 million wedding gown by Alexander McQueen remains one of the most iconic bridal looks ever, not merely because of its jaw-dropping cost or exquisite design, but rather because of what it represented. A celebration of her strength, beauty, and spirit, all wrapped into couture sorcery. Every element, from the breathtaking cape to the sparkling jewels, told the story of triumph and love. Years later, the memories from Serena's wedding continue to inspire every little girl who dreams of a wedding that should be audacious, luxury-bound, very personal, and forever memorable. 3. Queen Letizia's wedding dress, $8 million. When Queen Letizia of Spain married King Felipe VI on May 22, 2004, she wore one of the most opulent wedding gowns ever created. Designed by the legendary Spanish couturier Manuel Pertegaz, the gown reportedly cost a jaw-dropping $8 million, setting a new standard for royal wedding fashion. The dress was made of white satin woven with Valencia silk, a luxurious choice that paid homage to Spanish craftsmanship. Its structure featured a high-standing collar, long sleeves, and a deep V neckline, creating a regal yet contemporary silhouette that suited Letizia's poised and elegant demeanor perfectly. The gown's most remarkable feature was its extraordinary embroidery, completed entirely in real gold thread. These delicate, intricate designs adorned the skirt and bordered the 6-meter-long train, featuring symbolic motifs like the Prince of Asturias's crest, fleur-de-lis, and ears of wheat, each element representing values like unity, prosperity, and heritage. The use of gold thread gave the dress a subtle, glowing richness without overwhelming its refined structure. This embroidery wasn't just decoration, it was a statement of tradition, symbolism, and the continuation of royal legacy, making the gown not only a fashion triumph, but a deeply meaningful work of art. As finishing touch to her look, Queen Letizia wore the Prussian tiara, a historic object handed down through the generations of the Spanish royal family. This diamond-encrusted heirloom had once belonged to Queen Sofia, thus adding an aura of shimmering antiquity to Letizia's outfit. The reception took place at the Almudena Cathedral, a magnificent building in Madrid, on May 22, 2004, welcoming over 200 guests, including numerous royals and heads of state from all corners of the globe. Letizia's gown, embroidered in gold, caught the light of the cathedral and beamed with elegance and dignity, creating a wonderful vision on a rainy wedding day that was able to dazzle audiences worldwide. At $8 million, Letizia's gown is and will remain one of the most legendary and expensive royal wedding dresses in history. In a way, the price was not what made this dress famous. Instead, it was the unbroken union of tradition, symbols, and skilled craftsmanship. Letizia's dress spoke of a modern commoner becoming a queen, steeped in Spanish traditions, yet stepping for the world with poise and strength. Even today, the gown is remembered as a masterpiece carrying the multiple-leveled symbolism of tradition and modernity, securing her place as one of the best-dressed and most revered royals of her generation. 2. Yumi Katsura, white gold dress, $8.5 million. The Yumi Katsura white gold dress stands as one of the most legendary and extravagant creations in bridal couture history, with a jaw-dropping price tag of $8.5 million. Designed by world-renowned Japanese fashion icon Yumi Katsura, the gown is a true testament to her lifelong dedication to bridal artistry. Only 2 of these exceptional dresses were ever made, making it an incredibly rare and exclusive piece. This masterpiece is not simply a wedding dress, it is considered a work of fine art, crafted to represent the pinnacle of luxury and elegance. The gown captures Katsura's philosophy of merging traditional craftsmanship with groundbreaking design. A journey she began early in her career after studying in Paris at the prestigious École de la Chambre syndicale de la couture parisienne. What truly sets this gown apart are the extraordinarily rare materials used in its construction. The white gold dress is adorned with genuine gold embroidery, a feature that instantly elevates its value and sophistication. Scattered across the gown are countless diamonds and precious pearls, each meticulously placed to create a shimmer that is both mesmerizing and delicate. The interplay of gold, diamonds, and pearls redefines bridal opulence, creating a dress that radiates a glow unlike anything else. Every stitch and detail reflects over 5 decades of Katsura's expertise, resulting in a gown that is not just visually stunning, but also historically and artistically significant. Wearing such a piece would mean stepping into a tradition of couture excellence and craftsmanship that few designers in the world can match. The white gold dress, beyond its materials and astronomical price, symbolizes the far-reaching influence Yumi Katsura had on the bridal industry worldwide. The first designer to launch a bridal collection in Japan, her influence quickly spread to fashion centers like France, England, and the USA. Yumi Katsura became a name associated with luxury, tradition, and innovation. The white gold dress is a testament to her technical skills and also to her cultural dexterity of marrying culture, tradition, and modernity in a single garment of breathtaking beauty. It also celebrates love and dedication in the name of haute couture for that rare bride in the world who dreams of donning something truly unique on her red-letter day. To this day, the Yumi Katsura white gold dress remains one of the awe-inspiring wedding gowns whose creation nevertheless transcends fashion to become an icon of craftsmanship and luxury. While this gown awaits its bride, its name is already engraved in the annals of bridal couture. This dress stands for not the sheer cost or diamond splendor. It stands for craftsmanship, love, and dreams sewn through every inch of this gown. For all those who seek the rarest bloom of history in their wedding dress, Yumi Katsura's creation continues to stand unmatched. If you think $8.5 million set the ultimate standard, wait until you see this last gown that redefines luxury on a whole new level. 1. Diamond Wedding Gown, $12 million. The diamond wedding gown, created by luxury bridal designer René Strauss and renowned jeweler Martin Katz, stands as the most expensive wedding dress ever made, carrying a jaw-dropping price tag of $12 million. Unlike anything the bridal world had seen before, this masterpiece was designed not just to be worn, but to make an unforgettable statement. Adorned with hundreds of dazzling, hand-selected diamonds, the gown was crafted to reflect and refract light, creating an ethereal, almost otherworldly glow around the bride. Each diamond was strategically placed to maximize brilliance from every angle, turning the dress itself into a breathtaking, shimmering spectacle whenever it caught even the faintest hint of light. This gown wasn't simply an extravagant fashion item, it was a true collaboration between 2 masters of their crafts. René Strauss, celebrated for her Beverly Hills bridal salon and her expertise in couture wedding designs, joined forces with Martin Katz, a jeweler known for working with Hollywood elites like Angelina Jolie and Hilary Swank. Their vision was to create something that transcended traditional wedding attire and entered the realm of fine art and luxury marketing. As such, the diamond wedding gown was showcased at exclusive bridal and high-fashion events around the world, not necessarily intended for everyday wear, but rather as a promotional piece to celebrate the ultimate possibilities of opulence and craftsmanship. It had come to express financial value, but more so, it had also merged into two contrasting worlds, high jewelry and haute couture. Not overstuffed with heavy or garish embellishments, this dress remained elegant and sophisticated, letting the diamonds sparkle naturally on the silhouette without overwhelming it. The lines of the dress were sleek and classic, permitting it to keep an ever-timeless bridal beauty, while at the same time adding a sense of magic and wonder with its hundreds of diamonds. The effect produced was that of the bride literally glowing, casting reflections like a symphony all around with every movement, making her the unavoidable center of interest. Thanks for watching. If you loved diving into these breathtaking gowns, make sure to like the video, drop a comment telling us your favorite dress, and subscribe for more amazing stories of luxury and style. And don't go anywhere. Watch the next video on your screen for even more jaw-dropping moments.